Hello, class. Happy Valentine's Day. I started doing my video a day earlier this week because it's Valentine's Day. I actually like this day. I know it's a Hallmark holiday for some, but I just enjoy Valentine's Day. And it's also going to be fun to send you pictures of like animals with hearts on them. So, part of my own little thing, I guess. But today's video I want to talk about is the lab of the future. So, interestingly enough, all of chemistry in the University of Hawaii system met yesterday, and we talked about this, well, indirectly about how to teach general chemistry laboratories. And uh, it's a point I made is that robots actually do a lot of the work now in the lab. So certain things you do in a lab, like titrations, it's almost done exclusively by robots now. So, and it mentions this in the article. In a really brief part, you probably wouldn't see it. It says most robots are stationary now, and which means that typically when you get things done, like if you go to the hospital and you get your blood drawn to test your sodium potassium levels, the tech just takes it and injects it into a machine and up either the data on the screen or a printout. They probably don't do printouts anymore. I don't know, but then it gives you the analysis of your blood, very quickly like that, and it's typically done with a flame test, atomic absorption, and other things too, right? If you go to get your blood drawn to getting certain things checked out, like I don't know, cholesterol, glucose, that kind of thing, it's all done via robots. So you put in the sample, and then the I guess you have a human typically that places the samples into the machine, and then the robot goes and does the titrations and spits out the data. So an issue with that is with chemistry. Less skilled labor is or unskilled labor is needed. So lab for someone who works in a lab, that's a skill set, right? And the types of jobs that are available, are changing. What it means to be a human and to work in this millennium, I can say millennium, but or even this coming in further into the century, I'm sure things are going to be changed. We'll be, Star Trek level maybe in a couple hundred years. So what it means to work in something like a chemistry lab is changing, and it's not just chemistry lab. Actually, chemistry lab is kind of behind the times in this, right? Because in many places, you can go to you can see that the face of customer service, so the low skilled customer service jobs have changed quite a bit. So I mean, quasi annoyance to many, including myself, is the QR code, right? You go to a restaurant and you scan the QR code, no more. You can ask for a paper menu, but it's kind of, that's becoming increasingly, I don't want to say out of fashion, but it's being phased out by many places, and you don't even order with a server. You order on the app, and then the server brings it to you. Well, pretty soon you're going to have a robot bring it to you. And actually, many places in Asia, I was in Asia over Christmas, and that's how it was. And also in some of the sushi places, not even the sushi boats. I remember, and well, it was just the restaurant primarily sold sushi, but you could order something on a screen, and then it came to you via conveyor belt, and then you put your plates into a dispenser, and then the bill was sent to you later, and you, if you wanted to have a clean table, you clean the table yourself. I mean, so the human interaction is becoming less and less and less, and certain jobs like that, I mean, if we so here's Play-Doh, that's the robot that they have. I've seen them in Asia, right? So the the interactions that humans are needed are becoming less and less, and which is, I think, is okay, because where humans are still way beyond computers is our minds. So I mean, that's why you're here in school, is to train your mind. I'm personally not afraid of this. I mean, I think I think it's good that things are changing, and certainly as we have more and more robots, there's going to be fewer mistakes. I mean, humans are I mean, among other things we are good at, we are also good at making mistakes. So, but I mean, where we still excel is in our minds. Certain things that we can do so easily that robots and AI either can't do or have a very difficult time doing, which may seem simple to us. Walking is something. And I know not everybody can walk, but the amount of computer power to get a robot to walk, that was a very, very difficult problem to solve. And to us, I mean, although humans develop over time, many species are born with the ability to walk. So, and it's little things that may seem intuitive to us, like extending our arm. We can't extend our arm too fast because then we will injure ourselves from the momentum of our motion. So I mean, and to us, it's almost hard. I have to force myself, and I don't know if I could even. I don't want to try it, but it'd be very difficult for me to injure my elbow by extending my arm too hard, and intentionally, whereas robots can do that. And also, of course, I'm attached to my body parts. Robots not so much. So I mean, there are some things with that, and still with humans, we have the ability to analyze things different than computers do, and AI does. Well, AI, machine learning, kind of thing, and that's where the role of humans is going to be more and more is going to be in our thinking. And I mean, interestingly enough, maybe I'm showing my age, but I remember this show. There was a TV show called The Jetsons, and it was on Friday. I was at a health and wellness fair run by the entire community college system, and the speaker was talking about the Jetsons and how George Jetson had button finger, like in the Jetsons. All George does is push buttons all day, and he injured his finger from overuse from pushing buttons. And I say, hey, we got carpal tunnel now. It's like the Jetsons. And I'm actually wearing glasses right now. I mean, these are, I don't even really need these. These are blue light blocking glasses, because if I don't wear them and I look at a computer too long, I get headaches. And so, I mean, it's kind of, I said it's the future, and what my job is, and so what our jobs are going to be increasingly happening is going to be, and also life in general is going to be robots. I mean, like I said, we've seen this in customer service and in food industry and other places. I mean, like if you want to rent a car, you may not even talk to a human. You just go to a kiosk. You already make the reservation online. The kiosk comes, and at least I remember renting a car a couple of years ago in LAX airport in Los Angeles. I talked to there wasn't even a person there. I talked to I had a video call with someone, and then got my dispensed the keys there to go rent the car. So I mean, that's going to be a thing. And I mean, economic side, it's going to be interesting, because as certain things like looking at the minimum wage, if the minimum wage increases, it's going to be cheaper to invest in robots than it is to invest in human beings. So this is going to be a tough blow to unskilled labor. And it's going to require, then it means to get employment, you're going to need to have more skilled labor. And the skilled labor is going to become increasingly mental and less physical. So that's kind of where it's going. And this is the same thing in chemistry labs. We're moving towards that, actually a little more slowly than hospitality. Hospitality. I personally think hospitality is going to develop this first, and maybe closely followed by healthcare. especially maybe if it's going to be in the chemistry side of thing, it's going to be the chemistry involved in healthcare, that includes pharmacy. So I mean, we already have certain robots like insulin pumps for diabetic patients, right, that can distribute medicines. And I think that more automation and robots are going to come that's going to make positions like a pharmacist where they count pills and put them in bottles. That's, I mean, it's a interesting job. I mean, it's a job, but it's and typically we have people that are either techs or have PhDs do that. And do we really need to have a PhD count to 30 for pills? And that's something that a robot can do. And well, what does that mean for a pharmacist? Well, the pharmacist job is just going to change. It's going to become more mental, more closely either tied with research or more patient care. And that's one thing with pharmacy, for instance. It's the nurses and the doctors, the medical doctors, have the traditional jobs of the pharmacist have been absorbed into the other professions. So it's interesting to see how employment and jobs progress and change. So okay, well, little bit on that. I hope you enjoy the article, and have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I'm also going to send you something on the chemistry of chocolate, just because Valentine's Day, a lot of people associate with chocolate. So, but as with all my messages, I hope this finds you exceedingly well. If you are not doing well, so things like I'm always pushing mental health issues, basic needs as well, or if there's anything else going on that you need help with, or other academic issues as well, like if you have any questions about your classes or something to do with the university, please let me know, and I will do what I can to help you out. Okay? Aloha then.